Previously, in the recap, Rentaro was on a rejection streak in which he was rejected by 100 girls, so he prayed to the gods to at least land him a girlfriend in his high school days. So God listened to his words and came to visit him. The god of love told him that he would get 100 soulmates in his life, and right after that, Rentaro stumbled across his two soulmates. Soulmates are like made for each other's, so both girls agreed to become Rentaro's girlfriend. But then the main issue came up as to who gets Rentaro's first kiss, but in the end, after several attempts to decide, 3 of them had a kiss at the same time. It was a heavenly moment for Rentaro for having 2 girls kissing him at the same time. But then in the library, he meets his third soulmate, a lowly girl. He instantly felt the tingling sensation that all soulmates experience, but she was rather too quiet and only used words from the book to talk, while she turns out to be a mute. But she tells Rentaro she could help him in finding the book he wants. Rentaro wanted to read some romance novels and wanted to get suggestions. So Shizuka brightens up because it's the same genre that she loves. She quickly found way too many books for Rentaro to last for 2 months because she got excited. Rentaro saw that and decided to borrow all of this, but Rentaro's library card was expired and he needed a week to get a new one, so Shizuka saw that and offers her own romance novel she loves. So Rentaro chins up and gladly accepted her offer. Then at night, Rentaro started to read that novel, and it was a story about a princess and a knight. She chose the knight to be her guard, and the knight faithfully carried out his duty. He even faced off against a dragon to save the princess, while that made our princess fall for the guy. But in the end she was a princess and had to marry someone else for political reasons. That knight wanted to defy this fate, and Rentaro gave up in tears reading that novel. But it had a second half, so the book was completed there, but he remembered that God had warned him that if he does not get together with his soulmate, they would die. And his story matches up a bit with that book, so on another day he gave the book back to Shizuka, and saw she had the second half. She gives it to Rentaro, but man, she's cute, anyways. Rentaro bought a drink for Shizuka to repay for letting him borrow that book. Then while sitting outside, Rentaro showed he loved the story that she recommended to him. And Shizuka tells Rentaro that she had carried this book from her early age, which explains why she communicates easily with it. But Rentaro tells him that he had never read a book more than once, so he was impressed by her. But she tells him that she never had any friends, so the book is her whole world. Rentaro saw what he said, so he borrowed that part 1 again to read it again. But then, Rentaro didn't come to meet her after 3 days. And she saw him sitting with 2 of his girlfriends as they were getting romantic. Seeing that, Shizuka felt heartbroken. From an early age she was bullied by others, and even her own mother beats her up for never speaking out loud as she always used that book to talk. That brought out such painful memories seeing Rentaro with someone else. But then, Rentaro came to her after that. He told Shizuka to download an app, and as she did, Rentaro imports a file he had. And it had the entire first part of that romance novel, and if she touched a sentence it speaks out loud. So Rentaro made this through 3 days with text-to-speech app so that Shizuka could easily talk to anyone, and the first thing she said with that is, "I love you." But she tells Rentaro to pay no mind to her confession because she knows he has a girlfriend. However, Rentaro welcomed her with open arms. And so he asked permission from the 2 to accept Shizuka as his third girlfriend. Karain was opposed to it, but Hikari was so happy that he asked for their permission and didn't dump them. And looking at her, Karain also gave up and accepted Shizuka. Then, they were on the roof for lunch, and Rentaro exposed Shizuka's habit, which she always does, as well as Hikari's habit of eating her finger when she's shy. And Karain's habit of playing with her hair when she wanted to say something. He noticed their habits, but he clearly remembers their kissing habits as well. And Shizuka now knows they have kissed each other. She seems to be excited from it, and by her words, Hikari and Karain saw that Shizuka also wanted to kiss, but she was too shy to express it. So Rentaro tells her to take things easy if she's not ready for it. So after that, Rentaro tells them to play some card game and to spice things up. The winner could tickle the loser. They were so into it, and Rentaro thought of losing the game, but sadly he won and Karain lost, so Rentaro gets down with the punishment, but it seemed like he was doing something illegal to her. Then round 2 was the same, but this time Hikari lost. But this one is a perv, and as expected, she gets so into it that she had to check herself if she got wet from excitement. Then round 3 Shizuka lost and her laugh was the quietest laugh anyone had ever heard. Then Rentaro lost 1 round and Shizuka got the chance to tickle him. But she was just poking the guy and it looked like Rentaro was pushing himself to laugh. that he gets away to go to the restroom, and then Karain asked Shizuka why she is keeping her distance from Rentaro because she just started poking him even though she could have tickled him properly. So Karain tells Shizuka that she is also Rentaro's girlfriend now, so she shouldn't hesitate. Shizuka understood her words and decided to speak from her heart. But looking like this Karain seemed scary, so Shizuka cleared up that she's not cute as both of them, so Karain tells Shizuka that she's plenty cute with the feature of tiny body and gentle behavior. So she shouldn't worry because Rentaro loves them equally. Then after that, Rentaro comes back and Karain tells him that they would repeat the punishment, and Shizuka saw that two of them were helping her out to become more open. So she asked Rentaro for a kiss with all the courage she had, so Rentaro gets happy and finally gave her a kiss, but she got into cloud 9 with that, and seeing them. Hikari asked for the same, and after their kiss she also got lost. Last was Karain. She acts as if she won't care, but even she's in the same boat as those three. Rentaro felt to be the luckiest guy at that moment. And that ends the 2 episode of the anime, but stay tuned to watch more anime recaps of recently aired anime, and until then, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon, and take care.